It'd be crazy if I got a new record off of that. I promise you, I wasn't even trying to go fast. If that says anything about how foolproof this method is, guys. If you guys want more hard mode stuff, because hey, we're not stopping anytime soon, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can help raise that 38% even higher. And also comment below which challenge do you guys want to see next and which character build would you like to see as well. Let's go. We are back with another hard mode guide. This one was highly requested by you guys in the previous hard mode build video. You want to see exactly the method that we use to go through the brutal Outer Worlds, Rulers of Outer Worlds challenge, and we very well will be showing you guys that. So we're going to be using Cloud, Aerith, and Yuffie. Quite frankly, the best, well, the easiest team to just break the entire game with. I wouldn't say they're the best because that's actually, like, any character can play very well in this. But we're going to start off with breaking down Cloud. So Cloud, we're going to have the Rune Blade on him, Cetron Armlet, one of 2 armlets in the game that gives you 8 materia slots on your armor slot. You can get it in the Chapter 13 Temple of the Ancients chapter. You could also get another one, which is called the Cetron Bracer. We have that one on Aerith, but there's only 2 of those in the game. And then everybody else can get their own Hades armlet in Chapter 11. You can get that a bunch of times over and over again, just replaying that chapter over and over again with Kate Sith and go in the duct and get it. And then we have the Choco King cape on Cloud, which you get this from finishing the Chocobo Sage side quest in Nibelheim. And this actually makes it so that you start off with 1 full ATB at the beginning of every fight. And this is a major thing for Cloud in this because his damages are going to be crazy high. We're going to want him and everybody essentially to be able to start off with at least 1 ATB so we can get the ball rolling. So now looking at the build, his weapon skills, we're going to have full power magic, which makes it so that when he's at full MP, which he will always be this entire fight, when he's at full MP, he will deal 10% more damage, which is great. Magic attack power plus 20, ATB charge rate up, which is going to increase how much ATB he recharges, and his attack power plus 20. And now in the weapon slot, we're actually going to be having magnified materia paired to lightning and wind materia. This way, for one specific encounter, Cloud will be able to cast Thundaga and Aeroga. It works really well against Titan when he comes up in this fight. And we're going to have MP Absorb slapped on there is going to be a lightning materia. Pretty much Cloud is going to be the base of lightning for this. So MP Absorb, lightning, hard mode, amazing. You're just constantly going to be restoring MP and never running out of it in every single fight, even in the regular fights in story mode. And we have Strength Up, which is interesting because, well, why are you using Strength Up if we're going to be using magic attack mostly on this, right? Well, the reason for that is another material which we will show you guys is actually at the end, but I just kind of want to go in order. ATB Stagger, so he builds up ATB when he staggers an enemy, which Cloud will do quite often, Aerith will do quite often, either one of them. And then we have Odin material, which I think works best on Cloud, boost his stats even more. So now on the armor slot, we're going to be having Magic Focus materia paired to Lightning materia. What this is going to do is increase the potency, the damage essentially by 25%, which is really good, especially since we are rocking Magnify on Lightning. It's going to basically negate that damage. And then when we use a non-magnified lightning, it basically will be 25% more potency, more damage overall is always better. And we have Synergy materia actually paired to Cloud with lightning materia. This is for like when we're doing off cast to the side or we're doing any other action with other characters, Cloud will be throwing out Synergy lightning. And he might probably only use this once or twice. Feel free to remove this and try out something else, but I find that the damage overall is much more consistent and crazier when Cloud has this on because he'll constantly be throwing out an ability or doing something. And it also keep him in place and stop him from moving off of the ward, thankfully. And then we have Elemental Materia paired to Fire. This is going to help out a lot with Phoenix because in the very beginning, Phoenix has a lot of AoE attacks that hits everybody. It doesn't just single target one person, it targets everybody. So everybody on our team is rocking a fully maxed out elemental materia, which will heal you for the element that you have it paired to if you have it slotted in the armor. If we had this slotted into the weapon slot up here, it'll actually make it so that we deal 23% damage based off of that element. But getting healed off of Phoenix in the beginning is very good. It doesn't matter for any of the other fights, but this is great. You'll benefit from it the most. Enemy skill materia we have because it will boost every single stab by 5% essentially. And then here we go. We have attack and magic attack materia on Cloud. With this materia on, it makes it so that any physical attack boost that we give Cloud within this count towards magic attack. So essentially strength up. You'll see if we try to remove strength up, we're actually going to be losing 56 magic attack. So go figure. Having this on actually does benefit him a lot. If you don't have it on with the Rune Blade, Cloud will have 406 magic attack and 371 attack overall. But 476 magic attack is really good, second highest in the game. Can't go wrong with that for Cloud. So the main strategy for Cloud in this encounter is that we are going to have Aerith cast Arcane Wards on Cloud, and because Yuffie is going to be generating a lot of ATB, Cloud will non-stop be at max, full 2 ATBs. So he'll be staying to the ward and casting magnified or demagnified Aga Thundaga spells over and over again and regaining MP. So that's essentially how you're going to be wanting running Cloud and running builds with him. So now we got Aerith. Aerith is rocking the Plumos Rod, which is going to be her strongest magic attack based weapon. Cetron Bracer, which is that other 8-slot armlet that I was telling you guys about. And then the Genji Gloves, which this is a great hard mode item. I cannot recommend this enough. This breaks the damage limit. Aerith will be hitting 20,000, 30,000 regularly. She will no longer be hitting 9,999. It'll go even further beyond, literally. She's the best candidate for this. Magic is very strong again in this game, and constantly, even when an enemy is not staggered, even when you're not benefiting off of a weakness, it will constantly go over the 9,999 damage limit, especially since she's at 496 magic attack. So get that for her ASAP, guys. And in her weapon skills, we're gonna have Not So Fleeting Familiar, which is kind of like, we're not gonna be using this. It's great for like the story missions and stuff, but we're not really gonna be using this at all. We have Enhanced Magic Guard, which will reduce the magic damage she takes by 5% while guarding. The CPU will take most advantage of that because Aerith does get targeted a lot in this. Once the builds get set up, it doesn't really matter anymore, but this will help her live a little bit longer. We have Ward Shift Mastery, which will reduce the Ward Shift cooldown by 2 seconds, which is very good. We're gonna definitely need this for this particular fight and throughout the entire game. And we have Enduring Ward to make the wards last 25% longer. ATB Ward, and Arcane Ward, and even Radiant Ward if you decide to throw that down. So in her weapon slots, we're going to be having Magic Focus Materia paired to Fire. Aerith is going to be the Fire archetype for this fight. She's going to be rocking essentially Fire and Ice Materia and casting that mostly. So Swift Cast, we're actually going to have Fire and Ice Materia. This is very important, especially for Phoenix. She's going to be casting Fire Agas really quick, but the BltzZ against Phoenix, because Phoenix is a very mobile opponent, you're going to want this on there so that she throws it out quickly and it can detonate and kill it as fast as possible. Fire and Ice Materia, Swift Cast. Make sure you guys get this to at least 80% 4 stars. You don't need to have it fully maxed out, but at least 80% is good. 100% is going to benefit you way more. Magic Up Materia on Aerith, more damage. First Strike Materia is very important on Aerith, so she always starts off with 1 ATB. We need that ATB ward out ASAP on Yuffie. And then we have Phoenix Materia to boost Aerith's magic attack stats. Now in her armor slot, we're going to have Magnified Materia paired to Fire. She's the Fire archetype. She's going to be trying to hit everybody and everything with fire. It doesn't matter. She will rain down fire from the heavens and clap everybody's cheeks with this. Elemental Materia and Fire paired to the armor slot, so this way she could heal off of Phoenix. Phoenix is a problem. It can be a run killer in the first round because it hits everybody with fire, but now everybody will heal off of it, so that's good. Now we have MP Absorb, which just like Cloud is running, she's running it on fire, so that's why every time she casts fire, she'll be getting back a lot of MP. And we have Skill Master Materia because Aerith actually will be using 3, because the way Skill Master works, you don't want this on Yuffie because you're not really going to be using so many abilities or many different things with Yuffie. You could totally cater your playstyle to do that, but Aerith having this I think works out best because of the way her route starts off, right? She starts out with an ATB ward on Yuffie, then she does an Arcane ward on Cloud, and then she does Fire spells or BltzZ. So she does 3 different types of commands and essentially can restore MP for the team. Now, Yuffie can totally do this. You can totally put Skill Master Materia on Yuffie, but again, you have to actively go for this. What you would do in this case for Yuffie is you'll Brumal Form Dodge, ATB Boost, and then cast Fate. That right there, those are 3 different types of commands. That'll make it proc for Yuffie. But not every single encounter will be able to benefit the most off of this. Skill Master can be very situational, or you can cater your build towards it. You won't really need it in this. It's just in case method, and it's honestly a materia filler. This is by far the most important materia. I'm just gonna say it. Most important materia in the entire game. Auto Unique Ability Materia. Do not get this mistaken with Auto Weapon Ability Materia. There's a bunch of these. This is not the same as this. This right here is a godsend, especially for Aerith, because a big problem within Remake and also exists within Rebirth is Aerith will constantly move into close quarters range and try to box the enemies up where you want her to stay to her ward. If you have this equipped on Aerith, every single time she uses a spell, if a ward is out on the field, Arcane Ward, she will always prioritize and use her triangle to teleport to the arcane ward. Even if there's an ATB ward out there and an arcane ward, she will always prioritize the arcane ward when she uses a spell. So great materia. This will change everything. This will make it so that you don't have to constantly switch to Aerith and move her manually to a specific point in order to use magic. It's streamlining the entire game for you. Set and forget. This is probably the best materia in the game, and a lot of people don't really know what it does or utilize it. For every character, it functions differently. Basically, it's going to make your character automatically use their triangle attacks whenever they can. For example, Tifa, she will use her Omni Strikes or her Rise and Falls. And then finally, we have Yuffie. Yuffie has the Crescent Sickle on. I think this is probably the best weapon for her with this method, and we'll get to it in a second, but it's because of her weapon skills. She has the Hades Armlet on for 7 materia slots. That's the most that she can get. And the Hermes shoes. Now, there's a lot of people in the previous video too that have been saying, hey, instead of Hermes shoes, use a Speed Demon keychain. I've tried this out. I'm telling you guys, go with the Hermes shoes. It's way better. What Hermes does is it grants haste at the start of the battle. It can wear off later on, but the battles don't last long enough to wear off on Yuffie. And this will make it so that the ATB she regains after using a Brumal form, it doesn't matter. She will get back even more. So like just having haste on her is really good. I know Speed Demon will slightly replenish ATB gauge when using a weapon ability. Brumal form, while it is technically a weapon ability, it doesn't proc the same way that this does. And that's the same thing for ATB assist. If you have ATB assist on Yuffie and you're using Brumal forms to dodge, it will only proc if you dodge an attack. That's how that works. That's the only way that will work with ATB assist. I know a lot of people think that if you're just have ATB assist on Yuffie and you're just spamming Brumal dodges, it'll work. No. It won't. It doesn't register that way because it's not a full move in the sense where it uses a full bar of ATB. It only uses a fraction of ATB. The devs have counted for this, and hey man, they knew that would be busted, so that doesn't work that way. You can actually try it yourself. Go ahead and give Yuffie an ATB assist. Don't do Arcane Ward, don't do ATB Ward, and just spam Brumal dodges over and over again. You'll see. Cloud and Aerith's ATB do not go up at all. ATB assist will only proc on Yuffie if she dodges an attack with Brumal form. And if you're on ATB Ward, hey, working out great for you. But in my opinion, I've done a lot of testing. Hermes shoes is just way better. And you guys can get Hermes shoes from the Chocobo Races Silver Cup. It's a race called Titan. Do the Titan race, get the Hermes shoes. Set and forget. Best thing on Yuffie. 10 out of 10. Now looking at Yuffie's weapon skills. She has Precision, Defense, ATB. It fills the ATB gauge after blocking with perfect timing. If shit hits the fan, you'll be able to get some ATB with this if you have a perfect timing block with Yuffie. Opening ATB boost, gonna be great. Slightly fill the ATB gauge at the start of the battle. Always beneficial. ATB charge rate up. Increase the amount by which successful basic attacks will fill the ATB gauge. This is great, especially since we do, and I'll show you guys this later, but we do have speed up materia on her. And this doesn't make your ATB charge faster. It makes the attacks that you inflict on enemies generate more ATB. Just to clarify for you guys. So having that, also this will generate a lot for Yuffie, especially given the fact that she has Hermes shoes on her, granting haste. And then we have Shuriken Mastery, which will keep the throwing star on the enemy for even longer, which is going to be great. This is how we're going to generally continuously build ATB over and over again, because every fight we're going to throw out the Shuriken, leave it pinned to an enemy, and anytime we need to gain back some ATB, if we're ever falling short, we'll just match square a little bit, get Yuffie back up there, and we're good to go. So now on her weapon slot, you're going to have ATB boost materia. This is going to be great for any time middle of fights. I usually use this if we're running low. We're about the 1 ATB mark. You use this. If you have 1 ATB, it'll give you another full one. If you have half of 1 ATB, it'll give you half of an ATB, so it'll give you 1. So it basically doubles the ATB that you currently have. HP up on Yuffie, just in case she gets hit a bunch of times. You want her to live a little bit longer. We have luck up materia, just crit, whatever. Oh, I just realized I had a waste of a slot here. I don't need to have this HP up on her. What the hell? We'll throw another luck up on her. Might as well. I didn't realize I had 2 HP ups on her. My bad. Speed up, we talked about this earlier. Great to have on her. It's really gonna benefit her a lot when she's trying to gain back ATB. Vitality up. This is just a filler material. You don't need to have this here, but it's gonna benefit her regardless. So might as well. And we have Ramu Materia, which will probably be the best for Yuffie, but you could always go with the Chocomog for more luck if you need. And now we have Elemental Materia paired to Fire. This way we can bypass a lot of the bullshit that Phoenix tries to do to us. We have a Revive Materia just in case if you need it. You don't have to have it on here, but I typically like having these on just in case, and it also boosts your magic attack stat too. A First Strike Materia, so she has an ATB to start off. Magnify Materia paired to Empowerment, and this will give her the ability to cast Faith on everybody, boosting everybody's magic damage by an insane amount. Like, Faith is ridiculously busted. I haven't tested out Bravery that much, but Faith is ridiculous, guys. It's so good. And we do have ATB Assist paired to Yuffie. Now, like I said, it doesn't proc off rip from Brumal dodges, Brumal form dodges. It only procs if the enemy attacks and you dodge it. But still, it is good to have on Yuffie. I just want you guys to understand how it works so you get better at the game in that sense. And that is the build right there. So generally, what we are going to want to do is we're going to start off the fight as soon as Aerith is safe. You don't want to do it immediately because Aerith can get hit immediately by enemies and it can throw your whole rotation off. As soon as Aerith is safe and no aggro is on her, you're going to cast ATB Ward from Aerith, put it on Yuffie, and then Yuffie is going to spam Brumal Dodge over and over again, Brumal form. I personally map it to my L1 and Circle shortcut, but you can map it to whichever one you want or use it from the menu, whatever you find more comfortable. But since you'll be using it a lot, I highly recommend using it on a shortcut. And then once Yuffie has given Cloud 2 ATB and Aerith has back 1 ATB, you're going to cast an Aga spell, Thundaga in this case, with Cloud magnified on everybody. And while Cloud is casting that up, you can actually cast Arcane Ward with Aerith onto Cloud, and it will get there every single time at the right time and allow him to cast it twice. Trust me, I've been super late with it before throwing it onto Cloud, and it's always gone through. Once you get that set up, the fight is pretty much a wrap because Aerith, you just have to cast Aga spells with her and she will teleport to the Arcane Ward. All right, let's jump into this so you guys can see how exactly this build works and its consistency factor that you can also benefit from doing it pretty quickly. You'll see my completion time is pretty good at 2 minutes and 32 seconds. You could do this really fast and speedrun it, but we're going to be showing off consistency and taking it slow step by step. So I'm going to start off with my team. I'm always going to go with Yuffie, Aerith, and then Cloud, just because I like the way the buttons are set up there, and I feel like they target Aerith less in this stance, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. The computers, they know how broken Aerith is, bro. They just try to like beat her ass every single time. Starting off this encounter, we're going to go really slow with it, guys. We're going to toss out Shuriken Mastery for Yuffie and back off, let Aerith get hit twice. Usually Aerith gets hit a bunch. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Get ATB Ward over Yuffie. And now we wait. They're going to focus on Cloud. We're going to get Cloud to 2 ATB, Aerith to 1. That's the main goal right here. So now Cloud is going to Thundaga on both of them with Magnify. And Yuffie is going to Arcane Ward over Cloud. And now as Yuffie, you don't have to do Faith. Faith does a crazy shitload of damage. Like, it boosts you like insane amounts. You don't have to do this. If you're trying to go for like speed, you totally can, but if you just want to do consistency, you don't need to do it and just rock with Yuffie's 2 ATBs. But we're gonna, for the sake of this, we're just gonna do it. And I'll ATB boost here. Wow, how dare you, Phoenix? Phoenix moved Cloud right off. So Aerith, we're gonna Fire-Aga. Cloud, we're gonna Thundaga. And yeah, I know Phoenix is fire, but don't worry, it has a shield, so it doesn't matter. Whatever you hit it with, BltzZ or not, while it has this shield up, it's not going to deal too much damage. So we'll just keep on spamming it over and over again. I think Kujata should die here. And Aerith will be able to one-shot. There, BltzZ, Thundaga. Boom. Damn, 22k. Faith is busted in this game. It's crazy good. All right, so that encounter is pretty smooth. This one is just the same. Bahamut can sometimes go crazy on Aerith, but he won't one-shot her. He'll hit her twice. Just don't use ATB too early. Give it a second, right? Oh, that's perfect. Pulse to the land is perfect. That means he's not going to attack anybody, so he can get set up even faster. Normally, he will go and attack Aerith and make it very difficult. If you're casting spells immediately with her, you don't want to do that, or else it'll eat the ATB, and then you got to build Aerith up, and then the rotation gets all messed up. So ATB Ward over Yuffie, and we are going to do the same exact thing. Get Cloud to 2, Aerith to 1, and this time we're actually going to Aeroga because Titan's much weaker to Aeroga, and we'll just get him out quickly. And Arcane Ward over Cloud, and just keep on dodging with the Youthster. Oh, I didn't need to ATB boost there. They got me. Aerith, Firaga on both of them, and Cloud, Aeroga. 2 Aerogas should probably kill Titan. But we're just going to keep on doing that. As a matter of fact, let's switch it up. We could just do Thundaga now, because they're just going to die. And, oh, let's get Aerith 2. Oh my god. Yo. PS4 working. PS5 working overtime. So now Firaga on both of them. I didn't need to ATB boost there. That's kind of funny. He's dead, regardless. Boom, boom. We're actually moving pretty quick for taking our time. Okay, so now we got Odin and, I always forget his name, Alexander. This one can be annoying, but I think it might be the easiest one. It can be a little scary at first because Odin is a bitch, but we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to wait a second here, right? This is always going to target whoever the main person is, so Yuffie is going to get hit by this. So we're going to ATB ward from Aerith over to Yuffie, time it, dodge that. Oh, I didn't dodge it, but it's okay. If I didn't dodge it, that's fine. I'll show you guys, even with mistakes, how easy this thing is. So we're going to Thundaga, the left arm with Cloud, Arcane Ward, over Cloud, ATB beat boost, so I can feel more comfortable there. Oh, thank you for that attack, by the way. He's just like helping us out big time. He doesn't even realize it. So now we're going to just keep on. Guys, it's just, this is it. This is the fight. This one is the easiest to get set up. We're just going to keep Thundagaing over and over again with Cloud and Firagaing over and over again with Aerith. Now, sometimes you might get Odin disappearing. Oh well, if he does, no big deal. The map's already set up properly. Be able to destroy them easy. Dodge that. Sweet. Aerith got it. And Cloud. Sometimes we're gonna check out Cloud because he's kind of far away. Sometimes he might be off of the ward. He's on the ward, so we're gonna since Alexander's dead, we're gonna deactivate Magnify to get more damage. Cast that directly. And this fight is pretty much done. Do the same thing with Aerith. Yeah, we're moving along pretty quick. You see, it's pretty straightforward. I guarantee you guys, you can always consistently get to this point. It is very straightforward. This fight with Gilgamesh can be a run killer, essentially, because he can turn you into a frog. There's so many things you can do. You gotta be really careful with this one. So Demon Wave is a quick slash. He's gonna throw this at Yuffie. So we are actually going to ATB ward Yuffie. Back off. Dodge that one. You got to get Cloud quick. You got to get Cloud going off quick. We're going to use Firagas because he's weak to fire in this one. And have Aerith Arcane Ward Cloud. Now he should be focusing Yuffie for the most part. And that's all you really have to do. Now the fight is pretty much done. Aerith, Firaga, disable Magnify because you don't need it in this fight. And it's pretty much a wrap here. Gonna keep raining down Aga spells on him. He always pauses the screen right before he gets pressured. See, he's like one hit from getting pressured. The next attack should do it. Yuffie could just basic attack, pressure him if she wanted to. But just did it right there. Which I shouldn't have did that. I should have let Cloud and them do it. So this way they have ATB stagger. But it doesn't matter at all. We're just gonna keep raining down Firagas. Oh, actually, you know what? Since the last fight is next, this is what we'll do. We are going to get Cloud to throw out a Thundara. Just to get some MP back. He got back 20 MP right there. Was I casting it magnified under Cloud the whole time? No, I was throwing out Fires. Never mind. I'm good. So now with Sephiroth, who's also a run killer. But, yo, first 3 rounds are cake, guys. We are going to throw out the Shuriken. Back away from Cloud and Aerith. ATB ward on Yuffie. And just stay right here and just dodge his 3 hits. Boom. Alright, Cloud, Thundaga as quickly as you can. Get Aerith to 1 ATB, Arcane Ward over Cloud. And, yeah. This is it. This fight is done. We'll just Firaga him a bunch with Aerith, because eventually he could get Fire Affinity, and that can be annoying. But then we just have BltzZ, and that's fine too. Oh, I could have Faith. Honestly, this worked out really well. I could have Faith, but it's okay. We'll just keep on bullying him. So do that. I'll ATB boost a Yuffie. Wild on Daga. I don't think Sephiroth will get an opportunity to actually change his affinity. Just because of how perfectly offset these are. Aerith Fireaga. Wow, Dundaga. And he gets staggered too. He doesn't always get staggered. He really got his ass whooped there. Jeez. Mother. Help. Yeah, these fights are pretty good. I think we did that really quick. It'd be crazy if I got a new record off of that. I promise you, I wasn't even trying to go fast. If that says anything about how foolproof this method is, guys, the first 3 fights are cake. Gilgamesh and Sephi do offer some issues, but it's nothing that you can't really get back to. If you get turned into a frog with Gilgamesh, it's not unwinnable, but hey, it does get a little bit harder. It's just all about timing the Brumal form dodges, and really and truly, this build breaks this entire game. Not just this fight, any team fight, anything within the story, this build works phenomenal. And there's also methods and ways that you can use this without Yuffie. You can do this with Tifa. I'll be bringing that in another video if you guys are interested. But hey, let me know in the comments below how this helped you out, if you guys are able to smash this. And if you have any other issues or any other trouble, please let me know. I would love to help you guys out. I did not use Faith that much with Yuffie because I was just trying to show you guys a consistency factor. But once you get comfortable and you know how to spend your ATB and you know that you're guaranteed to get back more ATB, you could throw out Faith with Yuffie early, ATB boost, and just steamroll the fights. Imagine if I did use Faith in every single fight there, which we could have probably gotten to underneath a minute, I feel like. But hey, that's cool. I'm happy with this time, to be honest, and I hope you guys found this helpful. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy VII Rebirth videos are on the way, and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.